Good morning, everybody. My name is Dani. That's Kenzie. All right, so today we're doing something a little different. I'm teaching our Shape Your Buddha class. There's not much that you'll need. If you have knee problems or wrist problems, you may want to have a blanket with you. If you do happen to have a block or just like your couch, not your whole couch cushion, but like, one of those little decorative pillows, you might want to grab one of those. I'm going to suggest we use it later on, but it's not an absolute need. So if you do need to run and grab something, you have a couple seconds to just run and grab it. Otherwise, take a big deep breath, a nice long letting go exhalation, and find your way onto your back in a comfortable position. So that might mean knees bent, might mean that you need some support underneath the legs or the low back or head. So just take your time now and find just where it is that you are comfortable today. Once you've found that spot, it's comfortable to allow the eyes to gently rest closed. Allow the eyes to soften. Take a nice big deep breath in. And a long letting go exhalation as you feel your body completely supported by the ground. Becoming aware of how you feel today. Becoming aware of your breath. Not judging, just noticing where that breath is sitting in the body. As you inhale, does the chest lift? Does the belly move? With your next breath in, slowly begin to deepen the breath. Inhaling, creating space and length inside the body, inside the mind. And as you exhale, letting go of anything you don't need to hang on to, both mentally and physically. Allowing ease to enter the body and the mind. Connecting with your breath. Your focus has wandered away. Bring that focus back to your breathing. Take a nice long, full, deep breath in, keeping the neck and the shoulders relaxed. Pause when you feel that you've taken as much air in as you can. Inhale one more time, and then slowly begin to exhale. Nice, steady breath out. Pausing when you get to the bottom of that breath or where you feel that you don't have any air left. Exhale one more time. Pause. Exhale again, really getting rid of all that old stale air, that old stale energy. As you inhale, allow the breath to relax in the body, finding where it feels comfortable and easy for you today. And taking a second to do one last quick self-check-in, remembering that all I'm offering are some suggestions for you to try today. If you want to leave anything out or modify anything, feel free to. And slowly allowing your eyes to blink open and close a few times. Bringing movement into the fingers and toes. Allowing the head to gently drop from side to side. And if you aren't already on your back, find your way down onto your back. And if it's comfortable for you to stretch the legs out, and then take your arms all the way up above the head. Take a nice big deep breath in and tighten every muscle in your body, as tight as you possibly can. Tight, tight, and exhale, completely relax. 2 more times. Inhale, tighten, tight, tight, tight. Exhale, relax. Last one. Inhale and tighten. The muscles behind your ears, the muscles in your face, tighten everything. And exhale and relax. Taking the hands back down into a T position. Knees bend. Just gently dropping the knees from side to side. It feels like a day where you can add some head movement in. The gaze goes the opposite direction from the knees. Just a couple more. Arms stretched up, and then grab your or wide apart. Close together, it works more into the upper back. Wider apart works into the low back and hip area. So find where your feet need to be. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, the knees go right, arm and gaze go left. Try to keep that bottom shoulder blade on the floor. Inhale, come back up, and exhale. Over to the other side. And continuing, trying to connect that breath and the movement. An exhalation takes you into your twist. An inhalation draws you back up to center. Really paying attention to how your neck and shoulders are feeling today. And noticing if the breath feels easy in this movement. Just really taking your time to feel your body. And pausing when you get back to center. Take those arms down, just shake them out a bit, shake the feet out a bit, and then make some circles with the wrists. Go the other way, and then shake the hands out, and shake them out the other way. And then let those arms come back down, and then making some circles with the ankles, and then go the other way. Noticing that this movement's easy or hard, and then point flex. And then noticing, are you doing one foot at a time? Are you doing them together? Doesn't really matter. Just noticing. And then shake the feet out, shake the legs out a bit. And relax the legs back down. Keep the knees bent though. Pick up one foot, doesn't matter which one, and just start bringing some circles into that hip. Plant those hands down at your side. And then notice as you bring some circles into that hip, is your other leg dropping way out to the side. And then see if you can root down into that still leg and that still foot and create a strong base and keep the movement only in that hip. And then pause and go the other direction. Watching that the chin is not arcing up towards the ceiling. Think about gently tucking the chin towards the chest and gently tucking the pelvis down just slightly. So you're not getting that weird arch to the ribs and your belly isn't pushing up. And then pause, stretch that leg up, and then lower it all the way down. Bend the knees, and just gentle rock from side to side, and then switch sides. So lifting up your other leg, and then bringing some movement into that hip. And just noticing the difference from side to side. Maybe one side felt really easy, maybe one side clicks a whole bunch, just noticing. And then bring that focus back to that other leg, making sure that that knee isn't dropping out to the side, that you're pressing down through that foot. Again, pause, go the other direction. Checking out what's going on with the neck now. Chin slowly moves towards the chest. And that pelvis is lightly tucked so the low back isn't coming off the floor. And then pause. Draw that knee in, extend the leg up, and then slowly take that leg down. Bend the knees, and again, let that low back release. And then you decide, knees bent or legs straight, whatever feels better for your low back today. Take your arms out into just a T position, and then turn your palms so they're facing the ground. And then turn your head from side to side. And just notice that if you have any obstacles in your way, if you were to lift your arms all the way up above the head, and then slowly bring the palms down to the ground, all the way by your hips. So keeping the palms down to start, flex through the feet if the legs are straight, press into the feet if the knees are bent. Take a breath in, and as you inhale, start to move the palms along the floor, drawing the shoulder blades down, keeping the thumb and the pinky completely on the ground along with the wrist. Pause when you get to shoulder height. Walk those fingertips out a little bit, and then exhale. See if you can move those arms up a little bit higher, keeping that palm completely down on the ground. No cheating, it doesn't help you out. Smile though. Keep those palms down, moving up, and then pause where you feel that they start to lift. Take a breath in, and then exhale. Draw the shoulder blades down, relaxing the shoulders down the back. One more big deep breath in. One more big deep breath out. And then slowly inhale. And on your next exhalation, move the arms down by the hips again. And turn your palms so they're facing up towards the ceiling. So really important in this next one, that the back of your hands, so the side where your fingernails are on, stays on the ground with your thumb and your wrist. Do not lift them up. It defeats the purpose of the stretch. So take a nice big deep breath in. Your arms might not move very far. Exhale, reach those fingertips away from you. On your next inhalation, start to move the arms up, keeping that back of the hand completely down on the ground. Draw those wrists down. Pause when you get to shoulder height. Exhale here. On your next breath in, you decide, do you start to reach out? Or could you reach out and start to move the arms up? It's not about how far up the arms come. It's that contact with the wrist and the back of the hands that you want. It helps open up through the armpit and opens up into the backs of the shoulders. You're gonna be needing those later. So do yourself solid and work on this now. Take a nice big deep breath in. Reach out through those fingertips. Exhale, draw those shoulder blades down. One more time. Inhale, reach, 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 reach. Relax the body. Take the hands up and just shake them out. Wiggle those legs. If they are bent, just stretch them out and give them a nice shake. All right. Take the hands back down. Bend the knees this time. And then just shake the hips around. Let that low back relax a little. And then extend your right leg straight up towards the ceiling. Interlace your hands behind that hamstring or the back of the leg. Take a nice big deep breath in here. Flex at the heel and drawing the right hip down and away from you. And then notice what's going on with your shoulders. Are they way up in the air and is your chin kind of doing a weird thing? See if you can relax those shoulder blades down into the ground, allowing the elbows to soften slightly. Draw that right hip away and lengthen through the top of the head as the chin gently moves towards the chest. Watching that you're not having a weird arch happen in the low back. Relax that low back down to the floor. And then noticing what's going on through that left leg. Can you press into the feet and allow the knee to come so it's facing straight up towards the ceiling, not dropping out to either side? Breathe. Take a nice big deep breath in. If it's a day where you feel that you could stretch out that left leg, try that. And just notice how the body feels. And then could you take the right foot across to the left side of the body, just so it's in line with the left shoulder. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, draw that right sit bone down and away from you. Inhale, come back up. Bend that left foot, and then exhale. Slowly take it all the way down. Shake out both legs, and we only have two sides. Bend the knees. Lengthen that left leg this time. Interlace your hands behind that hamstring and the back of the leg. Take a nice big deep breath in. And as you exhale, draw that left hip down and away from you. And start checking in. Draw those shoulders down and under the body. Lengthen through the top of the head and allow the chin to gently tuck. Breathe here. If it's a day where you feel that you could extend that right leg out along the mat, extend that right leg out. Again, draw that left hip down and away. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, draw that left foot over to the right side of the body, only as far as the outside of the right shoulder. Breathe. Inhale, come back to center. Bend that right foot, and then lower the left leg all the way back down to the mat. Draw the knees in and just shake them out. Bring the knees in towards the chest, and then rock from side to side. Foot soles come to the ground. Take your right ankle and place it across your left knee. Arms come out into a T position. And then draw that left foot off the ground, drawing that right ankle towards you. Leaving your hands where they are. I know you want to grab the back of the leg, that left leg. Don't. Take a breath in. Draw that left knee towards you as you press that right hip down and away. So hopefully you could see that, maybe not. I'll try one more time. So that left knee draws in, that right knee moves down and away. Really pressing into both feet. Really trying hard not to use those arms, at least at the back of the leg. The arms are being used on the ground instead. Palms down, palms up. You try what feels best for you. Take one more breath here as you draw that left knee in, right knee out. Breathe. Relax and drop the right foot towards the floor, coming into a twist. So towards the floor might mean that that left foot comes down to the ground and it looks a little bit more like this. That's fine. It might mean that the right foot's towards, left knee is straight. And then knees up. Trying it on 2, 2. You're thinking about lengthening it, pressing into that hand in front of you. And then notice, maybe what you need on this side is different from what you needed on the other side. And then don't grit your teeth. Don't throw things at your computer. This is almost over. Smile. And breathe. I'd say about 4 more. 1, 2, and 4. Hold up. Stretch your legs. So either up or down, you decide, and lift. And like I said, I wasn't counting, but aim for the same number on each side. Flex the feet if you can. Breathe. And then watch that you're not rocking forward or rolling back. Find that nice balance. Breathe. Flex the feet. And then some small circles. And then go the other way. And then let's go back to that first way because I feel like I cheated at a couple circles. And then back to that other way. And then hold up, lift, lift, lift. And then draw that front knee in towards your chest. Leg comes down and lower all the way down. And then you decide what you need on this side or the other side. Opening up or just resting here. Whatever it is that you need. And then slowly, whatever way you can, roll on to your back. And then spinal rocks to seated position, or maybe it's just rocking from side to side and then finding your way into a seated position. Otherwise, rocking up and down. And then rock all the way up. Nice, comfortable seated position. Take a nice big deep breath in. Lengthen, reach through those arms, draw the shoulders all the way up into the ears. And exhale, lower down. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale, lower down. This time as you inhale, lift up the arms to a nice wide V. And as you exhale, twisting over to one side. Gaze just stays in line with the chest here. Inhale, come back. Exhale, over. So your options are to keep this nice, slow, steady pace. Otherwise, sit up nice and tall and see if you can speed this movement up. Exhale, inhale. So the breath is in through the nose, out through the mouth if it's comfortable for you. It helps heat up the body, gets rid of that gunk in the nose and the back of the throat. And it really works those lungs. And this movement helps those lymph nodes, moves that energy up the spine. Keep going. Nice strong breath. And then pause, arms out. Press into the hands. Draw the shoulders down. Press. Press like you're trying to hold the walls apart. Breathe. And exhale. Relax it down. Inhale, lift your right arm up. Left hand relaxes on the belly, reaching over. Dropping down through that right knee. Try not to lean all the way over to one side. Lift up. Come up. And switch. Reach, reach, reach. And come up. And switch. One more time to each side. The gaze can turn up and down, up, down. Could you extend that bottom arm out, down, and then come up a little bit higher, and a little bit higher, and all the way up. Lower down. Switch sides. Arm up. And exhale over. Pressing down and out through that left knee. Gaze goes up, down, up, down, up, down. Could you lift that bottom arm out? And then could you look down and back up? Keep breathing. And then come up a little bit and a little bit and all the way up. Arms come down. Okay, option one for this. We're gonna come to standing, but we're gonna take our time getting there. So you can do 5 of these. So 1 foot down on the ground, coming up into standing. Try not to use your hands. Or you'll do 5 on each side. Or your other option is to cross your ankles, rock forward, and come up to standing like this. Okay. Down. And you'll do 5 one way and 5 the other way. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Cross the other way. So I picked my easy side first, so good luck. Maybe you did too. And it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And last one. And 5. Come up to standing, shake it out, and then just bring one knee in at a time to your chest. All right, come to the front of your mat. We'll do 2 sun salutations just to even out. So step your feet wherever they're comfortable, together, wide apart. Inhale, lift your arms, lift your gaze. Exhale, come forward into your forward fold. Hands come down, step back to that plank. Knees drop, elbows bend. Inhale, coming up to cobra. Tuck those toes and move it to downward dog. And then give yourself a second in downward dog to just find where it feels comfortable for you. Press into the heels. Take a breath out. Inhale, jump, walk, step, crawl the feet towards the hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come on. Exhale, down. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Lengthen the spine. Hands come down. Step back. Knees drop. Lower all the way down. Inhale to cobra. Exhale. Tuck. Push up and back. Downward dog. Bending and straightening the legs. And then press equally through both heels. Take a big deep breath in. Big deep breath out. And a big deep breath in to take you forward. Exhale. Really relax into that forward fold. Inhale. Come up. And then just add a gentle back bend. So arms up, arms down. Where does it feel good for you today? Inhale, come up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up. Take your hands to your hips. Bend the knees and either step or jump out to the right or open up into a wide leg position. So checking out those legs, making sure that your legs are about a leg length apart. So everybody can see how short and tiny my little legs are. So if you have longer legs than I do, they need to be wider than what I have going on here. Okay, so lift up nice and tall through the top of your head, and then just shake a little bit through the hips, noticing how that hip feels today, where that movement is. Now, bring your focus to your toes, and then if you can, turn your toes out slightly. So not like dancer feet where they're straight out here. There's just a gentle turn to the foot. So when you bend the knee and ankle and toes are heading all in the same direction. And now, with these knees bent, just gently rock from side to side. And then notice, you may need to play with the distance between your feet and rock onto the heels a bit. Really play with this movement. We're gonna be here for a minute, so make sure you are comfortable, okay? And then find your way back to center. And then drop down, drop down, drop down, drop down. Come up and drop down. Come up. And now add the breath. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, come up. Could you add arms? Lower, lift. If you can, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Does make a little bit of sound, so if you've got other people in your house, it'll be entertaining for them. They'll wonder what the heck you're doing. It's all good. Keep things exciting. And then start to increase that movement. And then with increasing the movement, increase the breath. Breathe. Press into the feet. Really use them. Noticing how the body feels. Is it warming up at all? Keep going nice and strong. We'll do 3 more. And hold down. Hands come to hips. Now, rock from the side to side, and then drop down. Breathe. Could you lift one heel? Drop it down. Lift your other heel. Drop it down. Lift both heels. Drop it down. Squat a little more. Squat a little more. And then stand straight up. Toes face forward and come into your favorite forward fold from here. So it might be just a flat back, hands resting just above the knees. Might mean knees bend, or it might mean face to floor. So find where it feels good for you. Inhale, come up. This time, take your feet a little wider apart and pivot out your right toes so they're facing that short end of your mat or straight out from the side of your body. Okay, bend that knee. Come back up. Bend. Up. Breathing, noticing what's going on through the hip with this movement, and notice where your hips are facing. I know mine really want to pivot and turn, so they're kind of at an awkward angle. See if you can keep them facing straight ahead, tucking that pelvis under just slightly, reaching out through the top of the head. Breathe. One more time, and then hold down, hold here. Right arm lifts. Exhale. Moving into that side bend. Breathe. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hand to hip, drop down. Press up. Switching sides. And again, bending, straightening, watching what's going on through those legs, that knee and ankle, that you're not overshooting. Now check out your hips. See if you can draw them back to center so they're facing straight ahead again. Okay, a few more times. Breathing, lifting up through the top of the head, dropping straight down. 2, 3, 4, we'll do 5. 5, hold down. Breathe here. Lift that top arm up. Exhale, moving into your side bend. As you move into your side bend, try not to rock forward. Try not to rock back. Try to find that nice neutral, keeping that front knee bent. Inhale, come up. Drop down. Come all the way back up. This time, keeping that foot out to the side, bring it in just slightly so we're back into that original first position where we were doing this one. So find that foot position again, okay? Now drop down, and then keeping low, shift over to the other side, okay? 1, and then keep shifting. Keep the butt low, draw the sit bones back towards the mat or wall or whatever is behind you, but keep that belly moving up towards the spine, not allowing it to drop down towards the floor. Now your options are to stay here, or could you add some arm movement? Moving in, breathe. And then increase that speed. And then breathe. So much to think about. Really sliding side to side. It's a gliding movement. Couple more. And then pause at center. Drop down. Stand up. Forward fold. So pivot those feet back so they're facing straight ahead. And then whatever forward fold felt good for you. Breathing. Shake the head a bit if you can. Release that neck. Inhale, curl back on up. Bend the knees. And then jump the feet together. And jump them out. Jump them together. Out. In, out, in, out. And into stay. Arms come forward. And squatting down. And standing up. Squatting down. Stand up. And squat to stay this time. And then hold. So your options are to hold here or come down into a seated position. We're going to talk about plank. I'll demo and then we'll do it all together. All right, so wrist, elbows, shoulders are in line. Arms come back, or legs come back. Arms stay exactly where they are. Knees drop down, toes point back is your other option, okay? Otherwise, here. We are going to attempt to do a chaturanga push-up. So I'm going to demo that from the knees, and I'll do a couple from up high. Don't do this, just watch and we'll do together. Elbows bend straight back. You want the fingertips to be right underneath the shoulders, so that it will feel like the wrists are slightly further back than the shoulders. That's perfect. It feels more comfortable for me when my toes lift off the ground, so that might be your case, or it might feel better to have the toes down. So play with it. Length from the top of the head all the way down to the back of the knees. Inhale here, and as you exhale, that head and chest move forward, and you lower down to where you can push back up. Okay? So you don't want this action. It looks really cute, but it's terrible for the low back. Okay? So don't do that. All right. Pelvis tucks, top of the head lifts, reaching forward, lower down, and as one straight unit, press straight back up. That's what that looks like. Now, toes tucked, press back into the heels, lower down, nose isn't on the ground, belly's not on the ground. Press straight back up, knees down, back to child's pose. Okay, so we watched all together, and if you were doing those, sad day for you, because we're gonna do 10 more. So everybody help yourself back up, set yourself up into what variation you're going to do. I'm gonna count to 10. You are sitting in your living room, so you can do whatever you want, or wherever it is you're sitting. But you can do however many you want, no judgment here. Just do the bestest that you possibly can. All right, so set yourself up. Press through the heels. Press up through the top of the head, reaching it out. Take a breath in. Exhale. Elbows draw in towards the side. Pause, and then only go as low as you can so you can press back up, not in that nice snake move, that snake dance move. So that's 1. And lower down. 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. 8. 9. Last one. 10. Push up and back into child's pose, a wide leg child's pose. Release the low back and the shoulders just that little bit more. And you decide, fist on fist, hands wrap around. What feels better for you? All right. Slowly come on up, shake out those wrists. Be proud of yourself. You did 10 push-ups. Those ones are hard. Or maybe you did 1 and that was a really big deal for you. And maybe you did none and that's a really big deal too because you felt safe enough to leave stuff out. All right, plank for real now. So everybody onto their hands and knees. Step back with one foot, back with the other. Options are to be on the knees again. Otherwise, help yourself into plank. Press to the heels. Find that nice foundation. Take a breath in, and on your breath out, could you draw one knee in? Step it back. Draw the other knee in. Step it back. And then alternate. And then don't forget to breathe. Keep going. Smiling, looking excited. And 3, 2, 1. Knees drop down, toes point back, lower down. Help yourself up into a seated position. You can lead, we're gonna do one more plank of this kind. Open those arms up, give yourself a nice big hug, shake it out. And again, opposite arm on top this time, shake it out. Okay, knees come back together, hands come in. Step yourself back to plank. Your options are to hold just a still plank, do what we just did, or could you draw one elbow or knee out to the side of the elbow? Step back. Switch. 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 Keep going. And we'll do 3, 2, and 1. Knees drop down. Sit back. Relax the wrists. Bend the elbows. And again, sit up. Give yourself a hug and shake it out. Other arm on top. And shake it out. Okay, so sit here, give yourself a recovery breath. I'm going to demo what we are going to attempt to do next. Your options are just to leave it out. Okay, start here in your regular plank. Shift your weight into side plank. That might look like this. That might look like this. You decide. From there, chop arm moves up and back. Lower your butt down, readjust your hands, and press up. Okay. Then we'll lower down and then switch over to side plank on the other side. Okay, so you decide if you're leaving this out or if you're doing just a couple more regular planks, or maybe you want to have a nap. So pivot over that hand, coming up into side plank. Breathe. Could you lower down and lift up? Down and up. Ready? Pivot that arm, pivot your feet, readjust your hands, coming up into that high bridge or reverse tabletop. Lower the sit bones down, press it back up. 2 more times, down, back up, down, back up. Okay, now the really fancy stuff, you're gonna lift your right arm straight up. Step your bottom left leg out first, or drop it straight down, and then here, okay? Pivot. Coming into that opposite side plank. Breathe here. Now could you go down? Could you come up? Down, up. Top right arm pivots. Come back into that reverse tabletop. Press up. Now send those sit bones back towards your hands. Lift up through the chest and relax yourself forward. Breathe here. Coming up. And then roll your shoulders. Okay, grab your block if you have one, or your pillow, or feel free to ignore this guy here. You can do it all together. Heels come to the ground, toes lift up. The block goes straight up and down in between, or your prop goes right in between the knees. It's just a gentle reminder to keep the knees from dropping out to the side. Bring your palms together or arms about shoulder width apart. So try both, and then you decide where you feel better. Bring the palms, and then pause where it feels better. Lift up nice and tall. As you exhale, start to lower back. And as you lower back, squeeze that block. Squeeze. Lifting up through the chest. Inhale. Coming back up. Exhale. Lower down. Pause here. Draw the shoulders out of the ears. So options are to hold, or if you feel like maybe you could add a twist and go nice and quickly if you are adding the twist, and you can. Breathing, squeeze that block. If somebody were to try to come and steal it from you, they couldn't. Ready? Drop back a little bit more and pause. Come all the way up. Lift the arms and then exhale. Slowly start to lower down. Pause here. Draw the heels in. Could you lift one foot? Lower it down. Lift the other foot. Lower it down. Could you lift both feet? Breathe. Lift up through your chest. So your options are here, 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 or here. Hold. Breathe. Nice and strong breath. Reaching through the fingertips. Heels come down if they aren't already. Take that block out of the way. Set it down. Right knee drops right, left knee drops left. Move those feet so they're really far away from you, creating a nice long diamond shape in between the legs. Lift up nice and tall. And as you exhale, it's a forward fold. So that might be here, and that might be face to floor. So you decide where you feel the best. Inhale, coming back up. Just a gentle twist from side to side. And then helping the knees back together, finding your way down onto your back, however is comfortable for you. If you can do a slow low down, do a slow low down. And then stretch those arms up, stretch those legs out. Take a nice big deep breath in and tighten everything. Exhale, let it go. Bend the knees. Drop them from side to side. Allow the gaze to go into the opposite way of each knee. And then pause at center. Lower the arms down. Maybe it's on the belly. Maybe it's down at your sides. And maybe you feel comfortable resting with the knees bent or the legs straight. Wherever it is you decide to settle for your Shavasana, just find your way there to some still movement for a few breaths. Take a nice full deep breath in and a long letting go exhalation. 2 more times, a nice full deep breath in and a long go exhalation. Feeling the weight of the body completely supported by the ground beneath you. The breath is calm and easy and relaxed. The heart rate is slow and steady. Mind is quiet and at ease. Slowly, movement begins to return to the body. Finding your way back up into a nice, comfortable seated position. And when you get there, take a nice big deep breath in, reach those arms all the way up, gathering all that positive energy we created this morning. Drawing your hands down at heart center. Just pausing for a moment of gratitude, being grateful for this time you've given yourself this morning. I'm grateful for sharing my morning with you. Namaste. Have a good day, everybody. Hope you enjoy the little sun we have today.